Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Grade 9, Ibn Khaldun. I hope that everything is going well with the exams these days. I'm wishing you the best of luck. So now we'll have to start revising some questions that you're going to see in the exam. I will focus on some and neglect the others because we only have 20 minutes for a presentation. I'm going to start with the dialogue. And the dialogue is the question that usually it examines your ability of using the language function that you had in your book, whether showing disagreement, showing agreement, expressing your opinion, opposing other people's opinion, and stuff like that. So the first dialogue is with Hani and Wael, and they are talking about famous places. The first to start the dialogue is Hani asking, do you know the most famous places in Cairo? Wael is going to answer, then the Cairo Tower was designed by Naum Shibib. The pyramids are located in Giza, and when were they built? And then an answer, another question, have you visited them before? And then an open answer, so it could be whether yes and no, nothing is obligatory for the sentence. It's the last thing mentioned in the dialogue. So right here, do you know the most famous places in Cairo? You would answer, yes, of course, and you can mention one or two. Right here, like the Egyptian Museum, like the Cairo Tower, these are all famous places in Cairo. And then the answer here, the Cairo Tower was designed by Naum Shibib. That is the name of the person who designed it. The sentence is already given in the passive past or in the past passive form. So try to make your question in the same tense. So follow the same tense of the question here. So you have to ask about Naum Shibib, asking who was the Cairo Tower designed by. Some of you takes it more easier or more easy saying that the who designed the Cairo Tower. It's correct, but I'm not sure if the examiner is or has this answer in his model. So I am afraid that he would be only focusing on giving the same tense of the sentence that you have in the dialogue. So make sure to use the suitable tense for the question. Now the pyramids are located in Giza, same, passive, but still in the present form. So the question is, where are the pyramids located? Where are the pyramids located? When were they built? You can give an open answer like hundreds of years ago, or you can say 5,000 years BC. Have you visited them before? Your answer could be yes or no, as I said at the beginning. It's the last thing mentioned in the dialogue, so you can say yes, I have, or no, I haven't visited them yet. Or you can say yes, I have visited them many times. So the most important is to say yes, I have, and complete the sentence, or yes, I have, full stop, if you're giving me a short answer. The next question is reading and completing the text with words from the list. You are already given 6 words, differently given: a verb, a conjunction maybe, an adjective, a noun, an adverb maybe, and he's asking you to put them in the suitable places. Buildings cause 6 of our greenhouse gases. Space we keep building houses in the same way, global space will continue. I think we should use less space from the fossil fuels. We should also avoid leaving all our space equipment on when we are not using it. So the first word to start with, right here, buildings are cause 6 of our greenhouse gases. Space we keep, oh, we have a comma here. So we're dealing with a sentence that is using a subordinating conjunction at the beginning of the sentence. So right here we say, if we keep building houses in the same way, global warming, not warning, and pay attention to the spelling, global warming will continue. I think we should use less. We've got electrical and electricity right here. So the correct thing to say is we should use less electricity from fossil fuels. We should also avoid leaving our space equipment. Now I need a word that describes equipment, so the only adjective right here is electrical equipment on when we are not using it. That's the second question I am focusing on today in our revision. I will skip the comprehension. I think most of you is good at it, but I want you to focus on the question that asks you to summarize. Summarizing a paragraph in the text is mainly based on giving the paragraph a subheading. If you can give the paragraph he's asking you to summarize as specific headings or a subtitle and then form a question, in this case you will be able to give him a little sentence to summarize the whole paragraph. Let's work with the choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Each one has is given half a mark for each one, and the question's total marks are 3. Space is a machine in space that goes around the Earth. Definitely that's a satellite. We add the suffix to form the adjective from coast. Which suffix can make the word coast an adjective? Is definitely the AL, so it's coastal. The prefix, space, gives the antonym of expensive. How can we make the opposite word of expensive? It's definitely inexpensive, so the prefix is in. Decrease and increase are definitely antonyms. They are opposite each other. Huge has the same meanings as, the same meaning as, that's enormous. So pay attention, he's giving you a question for the suffix, the prefix, the antonym, the synonym, and then a definition, okay? And then what the sentence, what a specific word means in the sentence, okay? Now the city overlooks the sea. It is a coastal city. That is another important question that most of you get confused, not most, a few of you, because you're good enough not to make any mistakes in the O-level paper sheet. So a new list of modern wonders, space, right in 2007. Sometimes the sentence focuses on the tense, so you're dealing with present, past, future, present perfect, present continuous, present perfect continuous, whatever. Other times it deals with the word as an adjective, so you have to put the verb in the suitable form. So it's not important that all the sentences are only based on grammar. Sometimes it's use of English, sometimes it's a language function. So a new list of modern wonders, the sentence needs to be in the passive form, by the way. So we're written in 2007. Why did I use the past passive? Because the date he's giving me is old, is in the past. She refused to help me. She was helpful. Some of you is going to say that I can put the verb in the negative form. So I can say she didn't refuse to help me. She was helpful. Others would think in a different way and say she accepted to help me, she was helpful. Both can be correct if they were given to the examiner in the model answer. Now, if Ali come early, I would meet him. When you see that the clause, that this is the if clause, as we know, we separated, this is that we have two sentences here. One of them contains the conjunction, which is if, and this is what we call the if clause. And that is the main clause. If you looked at the main clause and you found that the verb that you have is only would plus the infinitive, so definitely you would be dealing with if in the second conditional. So if Ali came early, so the rule for the second conditional is if plus the past, would plus the infinitive form of the verb. So if Ali came early, I would meet him. He used to be lazy, but now he, that's easy, is not. Now, he didn't go until, this is the sentence in which he examines the past perfect tense, which was given perfectly in the last 2 units. He didn't go out until he had his homework. Already the sentence is answered. Whenever we see had as an auxiliary verb, we usually use, it's the same as has or have in the present form. So until, which is usually followed by the past perfect form had plus the past participle form of the verb, we say had done his homework, yes. So had is followed by the past participle form of the verb, which is done. Okay, now I'm dealing with the model answer, the model exam 2, and all this work had already been uploaded on the Class Dojo a long time ago. And the question, the dialogue is with Mona, who wants to work for a charity, and she's asking, Ali, have you done any voluntary work before? Mona answered, and Ali asked the question saying that I worked for a charity that helps animals. How do you help animals? That was her question. And then he gave her an answer. Mona gave him an answer. Ali asked, and then Mona said, the main animals we help are horses. How should we treat them, or horses? Basically, this dialogue is based on a part of a story that we have read. I'm not sure, maybe in unit 8 or 9, I can't recall, which is called Black Beauty. It's about horses. All the story or the novel is about horses. So if Ali is asking have you done any voluntary work before, her answer would be what? If she said after that, I work for a charity that helps animals. So she is confirming in this sentence that she has done that before. So her answer would be, yes, of course, yes, definitely, yes, I have, if you are trying to be simple. And then a question, I work for a charity that helps people. Make sure that this question is mainly based on giving the same tense. So the question here, what do you work for? So what does she really work for? A charity that helps people. So your question is about that part. So you start the question with with what do you work for? The next, how do you help animals? Your answer is mainly based on what you like to do with the animals. If we're talking about horses, so you can mention something about feeding, about cleaning their stables, about we cannot definitely pet horses, though I'm not sure, maybe they do. But you can say we help feeding, we help with feeding and cleaning them. That's it. Or we can help feed and clean them. Help with verb ing, or help plus the bare infinitive. So you can say we help clean and feed them every day. The main animals we help are horses. So the question is about horses. What are the main animals that you help? So here we becomes you in the question. So what animals, or what are the main animals you help? How should we treat horses? We should treat them kindly, or you can say we should treat them softly. It's up to you. Now we've got the word jewelry, leather, weather, recycle, recycling, and then clothes. Here we have this, the paragraph says we can recycle many things such as cotton and wool. We can recycle cotton and wool to make new space. Some people suggest space plastic bottles to make plastic bags for shopping. We can make lovely handbags from pieces of space Some stones are very expensive, but we can make beautiful space from old glass bottles. Right here, we can use, for the first one, we can recycle cotton and wool to make new what? Definitely these are types of fabrics that we make cloth of. So we can, to make new clothes. Some people suggest space plastic bottles. Suggest is usually followed by the ing form of the verb. So some people suggest recycling plastic bottles to make plastic bags for shopping. We can make lovely handbags from pieces of, what do you think? From pieces of handbags. What? Leather. We've got leather here. Some stones are very expensive. Stones, specific stones like diamonds. We can make beautiful jewelry from old glass bottles, because we can definitely we have no ability to buy diamonds and stuff like that. Still, I'm skipping this part and moving to choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. The first question, means able to continue without causing damage to the environment. What is that? We've got non-renewable, sustainable, funny, and free. What is the one thing that means able to continue? Continue without causing damage to the environment. That's definitely the adjective sustainable. Now the word see can be a synonym of understand. So when you say, I see what you mean, it means that you are telling me that you understand whatever I'm saying to you. Live and die are correct. They are antonyms. We add the prefix to form the opposite of possible. Absolutely, the prefix is impossible, and the suffix is used to form the noun from invent, and that is definitely invention. So it's the I-O-N added to the T makes the T-I-O-N suffix, not the I-O-N suffix, of course. Now, there are dangerous problems in our city. This means that they are serious. So a dangerous problem means that it is a serious problem. Like a dangerous injury, for example, in an accident, means that your injury is serious. Moving to completing the sentences with the correct form. Space. Cars are driven on this road. Pay attention that this is a question. It's not a sentence or a statement. So you have to put the correction in the question form. So you have to start with, are cars driven on this road? Are cars driven on this road? So don't forget to make the A for R in the capital letter. He doesn't allow. Doesn't allow is the one of the expression that is usually used by the ing form. So we say that he doesn't allow smoking in his room. He doesn't allow smoking in his room. It's the same like I'm busy with, verb ing. I feel like, verb ing. I enjoy, hate, love, like. All these expressions are usually used by the ing form. Now, if she arrives early, basically, whenever I see that the sentence contains F as a conjunction, I have to focus on the form of the verb he's giving me. If he's giving me the if clause, and I focused with the verb, I will find out that the verb is given in the present simple form. And the present simple form means that the main clause of the sentence is going to be well plus the infinitive form of the verb. Still, we have a question here. So when we say, if she arrives early, she will catch the bus. But we have a question mark here. So the right to say, will she catch the bus? Will she catch the bus? That's the other part, or the main clause is definitely a question. By 2010, he learned to swim. By 2010 is a past tense for me. It's absolutely different from saying by 2030, because that's going to be future, and we're not going to use future perfect here. So by 2010, as it is past, I say he learned to swim. So the answer is he had been learnt to swim. He had been learnt to swim. He told me that they were eating then. Why are we using were here? Definitely the sentence here is dealing with reported English. And in the reported English, the whole sentence must follow the same tense. Told expresses the past. So whatever comes after must be in the past. The main sentence was already in the present continuous. Definitely here I have to use the past continuous. If the sentence was in the present, definitely with the reported is gonna be in the past form. If the sentence was given in the present perfect as well as in the past, so definitely the sentence is gonna be in the past perfect tense. But here we have to imagine that the original sentence was between speech marks, they or we are eating now. So when you transform it into a reported statement, you say he told me that they were eating then. Sorry that we ran out of time, so I have to go now. Wishing you the best of luck, and I know that you could do it. Go on and break a leg. Bye.